Welcome back to part two of the Chicago Marathon training series. It's currently, the following week, Thursday. I've been doing some workouts here and there. I forgot to film. But I do have some great news. The other day, on, what was it, Monday, I believe, I had a package that come in, and it was none other than my good old goose. So for those of y'all who know, I love my orange flavor. That's pretty much what all I eat whenever I'm out there running. I have the orange gummies, and now I also have the orange paste. Basically, it's the Goo brand. Some people it's a term that's used very interchangeably too. People just call them Goos outright. And that could be used for any brand. They'll say like this is specifically the Goo brand, but they'll say like, oh yeah, I gotta get my Goos, or gels, but typically they'll say Goo, and it could be for they could be talking about your Stingers, your Scratch Labs, your Gatorades. There's a bunch of different brands out there. Goo is specifically that brand's the one that's been best for me. That one's I use both their paste and their actual gummies. Another thing too that I finally got around to purchasing is because, for those of y'all who don't know, I ended up getting a new phone. It was about time for me to trade in my last phone. I had the Galaxy, the 21, I believe, and I've had it for a few years now, and so I wanted to get something new, and I don't like the way that phones are getting bigger now. I like having a more compact phone and then expand it to what I need to. So I actually recently just got the flip. So it's a little bit smaller of a phone, and then you open it up to that way it's the actual size that it needs to be. So because of this, I needed a new way to carry my phone when I run. Now, for those of y'all remember, I usually have the quad lock, which goes on the arm and it twists its armband. The case locks onto it and it stays on your arm. Well, they don't really make that for this phone, that brand quad lock. They don't have a case specifically for the Z Flips. So I had to start thinking about other ways, and so I was out there thinking, okay, is there another armband I could use? Like what else? And then I was doing some research, and I've known about this product for a while, for a good while actually. I just never went around to actually jumping the gun and actually purchasing it, just because I thought that's not for me. Well, after doing some research, I decided to give it a shot, and it's actually one of the best things I'm glad that I found, because it's amazing. It's the flip belt, the zippered version specifically. So what the flip belt is, it's basically exactly what it says. It's a belt that goes around your waist. Now, this one specifically, you step into it, kind of like how you're putting up your shorts or whatever, so you'll put this on up, and it stretches, so that way it sits around your waist. And then in the front, it has a zipper, and here it's a little bit more secure, so that way you can put objects in here. So my phone, I can put my phone in here, zip it up, and then it'll be around my waist when I run. And it's actually, you really don't feel it too much, and it keeps it nice and secure, and it just stays in that area. So it's actually a really good thing. I like it a lot. So I'm glad that I came across this and decided to get it. Like I said, I did get the zipper version. They do have the standard version. Now what it is, basically, it's the standard version is one long tube all the way around. So the zipper version in the front has a zipper section, but then it's just seamed right here, so that way this is one pocket, and then there's 3 other access points in the back that makes a one long tube back here that you can throw stuff in there as well. So specifically this one, I bought it with the water bottle included in a way, so that way when I run I can have it in there as well, which is right here. It's an 11-ounce water bottle. You fill it with water, and then you can throw it into, there's 3 access points, one right here, and then one over here. And the one over here actually has a key holder that you can tie your keys onto, right here. Here you go. so that way it keeps it attached when you go running. But this guy, you just throw it, slide it on in, and yeah, and you're good to go with your water. So I haven't ran with the water one yet. I mean, like I said, I've done some testing with just the foam, mostly because that's my main thing that I'm worried about. Because come race day, I'm not going to be carrying the water part of me anyway, because they obviously have hydration stations out there, so I'll just be using there. But at least for my phone and all that, and if I need to carry some card, like a card or a driver's license or whatever, I can. And they actually sell a specific wallet as well, that ties onto this as well, and then you can throw some cards in there, cash, whatever you might need. So that would actually be really helpful. But yeah, this is the foot belt, the zippered version. They come in different colors. So I got black just so that way it matches. I mean, my shirt's pretty much gonna be covering it anyway, since it's gonna sit up higher on my waist, right there by my shorts. But still, I'm a guy, so just whatever. Black is fine. They do have like other different versions for like if you want tie dye or neon colors or just other different colors or different designs and all that. But I'm gonna stay with the standard black. But speaking of marathon and all this, today I got an email from Chicago Marathon that corral assignments have been projected. Like they sent out a tentative assignment list of where they think you're going to be put at, and as of right now I'm putting corral K. So there's 3 waves at Chicago. They go off at 7:30 a.m., 8 a.m., and 8:30 a.m. So 30-minute intervals for the waves. The elites go off a little bit earlier, and of course the wheelchairs and all that before them. But for the general population, it's 3 waves. And wave 1 and 2, the only way to get put in those 2 waves is you have to submit a proof of time, which I didn't, even though I did run a couple marathons in between that time that justifies it, but I just didn't. So because of that, you automatically get put in wave 3. Now I'm in corral K, which is the very first corral in wave 3. So I'll be starting in the front for the 3rd wave, which is pretty cool. Get out on the road easy, quicker, and get out there and catch up to wave 2, because I mean you'll catch up to them. There's always people in wave 2, sometimes even wave 1 that'll start falling back, that this is not their day, or they're just out there having a different thing. But yeah, I'll be in the front of wave 3, looking at that 8:30 a.m. Central start time. Of course, there's gonna be an app and all that as well for tracking, and as it gets closer and I get more information on that, of course I'll let y'all know as well, and I'll put that in the description, and anyone that wants to follow along on that day can. It'll be October 13th. Going for hopefully a PR that day. We'll see. On this build hasn't gone exactly the way I want it to so far. I mean, I've had some hiccups here and there, and then battling with some other stuff, and physical and mental stuff as well. So we'll see if I can PR and beat my San Francisco time. For sure I want to beat my both New York times, which hopefully should be doable, considering that Chicago's a flat course, very fast, and I'll be going out early in the morning. So usually I run better in the morning, whereas New York, I wasn't starting until like midday. It was like 11 o'clock, and I was barely getting ready to start running, go run a marathon. Where if I was to leave at 8:30, I'd already be past halfway. So at that time, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah. Also, I finally finished the museum Lego set that I was working on. I like it. Came out pretty well. A lot of good hidden details in here. There's a lot of stuff inside it as well. I'm not gonna open it up right now, but inside, there's 2 floors. A lot of great stuff in here, and just great storytelling that Lego did as well in their modular sets. As you can see here, they have Explore the Future, which is on the 2nd level. Everything up there is like space theme, and then go back in time into that 1st level is all a lot of it like prehistoric. So it's a science and history museum basically. And then you got the little guy over here that can clean windows, The birds, the lady giving out bread. There's a person inside here as well, inside the door that opens, that is, waiting in line to buy, and there's a little worker back there as well. Because there's a custodian over here. You got a guy over here looking through the telescope. He has a little observatory office up in here as well. So just a lot of good stuff. I like this. I'm trying to build up my Lego modular sets now. I have the log cabin there, which is, the A-frame cabin, which is technically not part of the modular series, but it still can be connected. It has all the access points in here for them. This one over here has a Technics pen, so if I wanted to, I could bring it in, but no, I want to get the rest of the street going. That one, eventually, I want to put it on its own little shelved area, and then continue having the rest of the street right here, and then eventually see where else I'm going to put this Orient Express. Right now, I have it in the front of it, kind of like, a train going by the city whenever these people come, whenever the rest of the buildings get there. But we'll see what I decide to do with the rest of them. Once I think the next one I'm going to get is going to be the hotel, and then maybe the jazz club, and then the other ones after that are all retired, so I would have to go out and, actually look for sets that people are reselling them, and they resell them for a pretty penny. So we'll see. And then I don't know if I ever showed y'all, but I did get a new desk set up as well. I like it a lot. Got my monitors up there, of course, triple monitors. I guess part of the mess, I just have some stuff there that I was using earlier. It's a sit stand desk, which is going to help me as well for when I'm out here working, and just try to stay loose as well for the marathon and training. So that way I'm not sitting down all day. I can raise it up and then sit here, stand here, do what I need to do to work. And typically I try to do 30-40 minutes of sitting, 30-40, like I rotate back and forth of sitting and standing. There's times though, obviously, where I'm not very strict with that schedule, and I'll get lost, in doing something else, and I'll be sitting, in a meeting for a couple hours or whatever, and I'll just be like, okay, and then vice versa. I'll be standing and I'll be getting into something, and then of course I'll be moving around, having to go do stuff or stuff like that, and I just don't put this back down to sit, so it's just more comfortable for me to stay standing. So it varies, but on a normal day I try to do alternate 30-40 minutes each time, and keep on doing that until it's time for lunch, and then of course time to end the day. So yeah, but now let's get on to some running. So it's after work now. We're gonna go do a quick 5K. We're gonna do intervals, run, walk. Mostly we're doing some speed work, which is why I have the Mizunos on with the plates. Still trying to get accustomed to them. I don't know, they're stability shoes, which is what I need for my flat feet, but I feel like it's not really like a guide rail system like how Brooks have it, where it's just like whenever your foot either goes to one side or the other, it's meant to just push it back. These almost feel like it's just constantly pushing my foot outward. So I don't know, but I'm gonna keep on playing with it. We're gonna go try this run right now. If not, I did find some shoes called Ultras. They're basically zero drop shoes, which means the heel is the same height as the toe, and they have a wider toe box, and they're meant to pretty much be like more of your bare, like you're running more on your foot. Well, of course you're always running on your foot, but you're letting your foot mechanics do most of the work, basically, instead of having these drops where it's promoting more of a heel strike or anything like that. And it's just meant to strengthen the foot as well. So I'm thinking about getting those as well. They sell those at REI, so I might get those, but we'll see. But in the meantime, let's go get this run in and see. Also, today's the first day I'm trying out the flip belt. So I have the water bottle in the back already kind of filled in there. I'm gonna throw my phone up in the front, and yeah, we're gonna get this run in, see how it goes. I went ahead and ordered another flip belt. So the one I'm wearing right now is a gray one. It's a size large. The other one I ordered was a medium. The medium I think I'm gonna wear on race days and stuff like that, or days where I'm just carrying my phone. But on days I'm carrying the water bottle too, on the medium it felt a little bit tight to get in on the backside, where the water bottle goes. So I ordered a large, a size up, and
You know, it goes in easy. It goes in easy, and it doesn't look like anything's moving around. You know, it's not bouncing around like that. It's a little bit on the bigger side, but for practices and all that, for runs like this where I need to carry that water, it'll be good. Like I said, the medium, it holds my phone great. So I think on race days and stuff like that, where I'm gonna have where I don't need to carry water, I'll wear that instead. But yeah, in the meantime though, let's go get this run. So mile 1 done. Nice easy mile. Ran at a 10:30 pace, so I wanted to run below race pace just to get warm up. You know, do a half-mile walk to keep on trying to break in the shoes, and then another half-mile run, and then a half-mile walk, and then a half-mile run, which will give me 3 miles. And then to make up the 5K to get to that 3.1, I'm gonna sprint that last 0.1. So do a little workout, just trying to get the shoes in and keep on building up stamina, so and get back into the realm of this running. So whew, let's get it going. Gonna have to turn around sooner than I wanted to because the trail is flooded over. So the old trail is blocked off for construction up ahead. So they made a new trail to go to the side, but it's all mud, or it's all dirt, I guess I should say. And so it mud's over pretty quick. So oh well. So because of that, I'm gonna start getting ready to run here in a second and just do some more intervals. So it's gonna end my walking phase, so now we're gonna start running again. So let's go. Doing well. Let's get this run in. The interval's going good. So. Last interval. So, and then I fixed it up. So almost at mile 3, and then I'm gonna do a quick sprint. So back into my apartment now. My GoPro is actually pretty hot, pretty warm. I didn't know. I had it on for like 10 minutes in my pocket. I just pulled it out right now and I was like, oh, it turned on. I guess it hit something or whatever in the pocket, and you know, it decided to turn on. So yeah, I gotta look like I got rid of that footage already though. But overall, that run was great. I'm still having a little bit of issue on my plantar fascia, specifically my right foot. It's a little bit sore, like I feel it in the run. So I don't know exactly, you know, what to do about it. I'm gonna keep on running with these shoes. This one in the Sauconys. I'm wearing the Mizunos today, and see how it goes over the next few days. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I just want to get more miles on them before I jump over to ultras. Because I do kind of want to run in those shoes with the zero drop because they sound, you know, very interesting and like more compelling. But I also don't want to go spend like another $150, $160 on shoes, and you know, that they not be what I want. I mean, I'll try them on when I go, and obviously that, but if what I have right now is gonna work fine, then I don't want to spend an extra money right now where I don't have to. But if I need to, you know, might as well do it earlier than later. So we'll see. But yeah, it was a hot one out there. If you saw when I was running, my eyes were kind of getting like a little like closed up and down because of all the sweat that was going into them. It was a little hard to keep them open at times. I was having to constantly wipe them away. But yeah, it was good. I like the flip belt. It worked great. I mean, I felt like I wasn't running with, you know, anything where in the past I've always had an arm strap. So, you know, it felt good. My arm felt a lot lighter. You know, it wasn't being weighed down by an arm strap. And also, you know, my hands were free instead of having to hold my water bottle like I usually do. You know, I was able to keep the water bottle in my back and, you know, just run and just go through the motions and have fun. And, you know, it felt a lot lighter. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna get a little bit more. I'm probably gonna get another couple more flip belts just because I know you're supposed to wash them and all that, and you know, wear them routinely. And so just so that way I have a lot more to keep them clean, and you know, I'm not wearing this old stinky flip belt, you know. So but yeah, so I'm gonna go shower, we're gonna make dinner, and we're gonna keep on going through this week. So So after work again. It's now Wednesday. My last ran Monday. I didn't run yesterday. We're gonna do another 5K, more of a tempo run. I'm still trying to get into the rhythm of running again. So this week's gonna be a lot shorter miles. And then my whole thing is that I know that once I start getting back into like the rhythm of running, it's not gonna take me long to build up endurance again, because then it'll just become like muscle memory. So that's why I'm doing a little bit shorter miles right now, and even though I only have like 10 weeks left to go till the marathon, so we're on a little bit more of an accelerated marathon training plan this time around than like the last few. But oh well, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna see what happens. Just dealing with the hands it dealt. Like I said, I haven't had the best past 7-8 months now, so just been having to deal with some stuff, so obviously running took a back seat, but oh well. So we're gonna go get this run in, and we're gonna see. I have the other flip belt on today, and I'm taking the water bottle, the Nathan's water bottle with me, not the flip belt one, because I'm wearing the medium one. And like I said, the water bottle that comes with the flip belt doesn't fit too well with the medium compared to my large one. But I'm probably gonna be wearing the medium on race day, just because I'm not gonna be carrying a water bottle on race day. Because of course they have hydration stations, and it's a little bit easier, just like more snug for my phone. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be wearing. That's what I'm gonna be doing instead. So we're gonna try it out. Make sure it fits good, in the runs. I really haven't ran with it too much. So make sure I like it, and then if I need to upgrade to another large as well, I still have time to do that. So let's go. And today I'm running in the Sauconys. I wore the Mizunos last time, so yeah, we're gonna keep on trying these out, seeing how they're going. And like I said, I'm still playing with the shoes, but I think a lot of it might be mental as well. So I don't know, but let's get this one in. About 2 miles in. It's a hot one today, very hot, but we're pushing through. Let's get this one in. Come on. Back inside, a little bit over 3 miles. It ended up being like 3.3 that I finished running. It was a hot one out there for sure. I'm all sweaty. Heat index was like over 100, so I was having to go a lot slower than what I wanted to do, just because yeah, it was getting hot out there. So I had to take it easy, but it is what it is. My right quad started like tightening up towards the end, so gotta maybe stretch it out, hit it with the foam roller, and I don't know, maybe hit the hypervolt with it too, and then get like the jet boots on as well. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, it was a good one. Let me get some water real quick. And we're a month out from college football, so I'm excited for that. My road runners are gonna hopefully do well this year. But anyway, yeah, so that's it for this run. We're gonna be going on into the next run, which will probably be Friday morning. Like I said, right now it's Wednesday. Tomorrow I'll probably be in the gym, which will be Thursday, and then yeah, Friday and run, and then Saturday run again, and then Sunday rest. So, which is when around this video should be going up. But yeah, so now to shower, recover, try to figure out what's going on with my quad, and yeah, keep on going. So went to the gym earlier, had a good workout, but also decided to do something a little bit different as well. After work today, I went over to Dick's Sporting Goods, and I bought me a pair of Hokas. I've been wanting to try them out for the longest time, and decided to give them a shot as well. I got the Arahis, the 7s, in a wide version. I tried on the regular one, and these shoes are narrow, so I had to get the wide version, and they actually fit pretty well. Unlike the Sauconys and the Mizunos, where I needed to have an 11.5s, the 11s here fit me pretty well. I still have the same amount of room that I have in the Mizunos and Sauconys on the 11.5s that I do here on the 11s. So the Hokas, at least this shoe right here, does run a little bit on the larger side in terms of length, but width-wise, they are kind of narrow. So understandable. I know a lot of European brands tend to run on the narrow side, but yeah. So that's the Hoka. Oops, sorry about that. So yeah, so that's the Hoka. So let me pull it out and show you what they look like. They only had 2 colors. They had like the black and white. In the wide version, they had 4 colors overall, but in the wide version, they only had this one. They had like an ugly, like tannish, I don't know, color. So we went just the standard black and white. They do have a 5mm drop on them, and they have a pretty good stack height. Despite them being stability shoes, because I'm flat-footed, so I naturally have to wear stability shoes because I overpronate, which again, like I said, makes my foot want to go in when I run, and just run on the inside of my foot. So these have down here, you can see it's their J-frame pattern down here that's meant to help combat that and help keep you upright and keep you running in that neutral position. So despite these being stability shoes have a reputation of being on the heavier side. These are actually pretty light, so I'm gonna add them to my rotation for marathon training, and see how they work. And if I like them a lot, these might actually be my race day shoes, because on race day you want lighter shoes, something that's gonna help get you that speed. Stability shoes aren't known for their speed, but we'll see how these work. And like I said, they're pretty comfortable. Like any shoe that I have, I always have a little bit of like irritation right here in the midsole. At first, it's just a break-in process. After like 1 or 2 runs, like it usually just goes away, and I feel my bones feel good, and I never really have that problem again. I'm also kind of suffering with plantar fasciitis right now, so that could also be it as well. And it's just sore. I mean, it's just a natural thing that always happens whenever I begin marathon training. My body's trying to get used to it, so my feet are just naturally exhausted. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to try these. I know a lot of people have spoke highly of Hoka in the past. I've never tried them. I've been stuck on the Brooks train for a long time. Then I just barely got Sauconys and Mizunos. A lot of people that I've seen online that love the Brooks Adrenaline, which is why I usually run in, speak highly of the Orati, especially since it's a lot lighter. And it's a lower heel drop. The Brooks has a 12mm heel drop, which is pretty big heel drop. So with this lower heel drop, it should promote more of that mid-foot to forefoot strike, instead of having that natural. I usually do like a heel strike just because of that higher heel drop. It naturally makes me want to do a heel strike. So we're gonna see how this works. If it's not good enough for like the longer distances, at the very least, I'm pretty sure this would be a good 5K, 10K shoe for me. So I'm gonna add it to the rotation. I'm still gonna be wearing the Sauconys and the Mizunos, because at the very least, even though those are heavier shoes, running in heavier shoes does build up more of that muscle down there. And so whenever I want to do like more of that speed, I switch over to these, and it's gonna feel like I'm flying. Even though they, like I said, for regular running shoes, they are heavier. For stability shoes, they're on the lighter side, significantly lighter. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how these work. I'm gonna do a run in the morning. I might put these on, and then a long run on Saturday, and I'll probably wear the Sauconys for. No, I'll probably wear the Mizunos on my long run. I'm still kind of playing around with which one's gonna be my long run shoe, and then eventually, if I decide to wear this on race days, I'll incorporate this into long runs here and there. Like okay. And if I decide if I really like this, they also have the Gaviota, which is basically this shoe in a more max cushion, and more stability. It's meant for like that longer runs, recovery shoe style. It is a lot heavier, but I mean, it might give me that extra cushion that I want on those longer runs. And then when it comes times to race day, you switch over to this and just boom, fly, and then still have the Mizunos and the Sauconys for other types of workouts. I'm really gonna feel like I've always been a runner, but now I feel like one of like those more like, I guess, avid runners that has 50,000 different pairs of shoes that they rotate out of. And rotating out of shoes, because running shoes are expensive. Like this shoe alone is like $140, $145. And then like my Mizunos and Sauconys, I bought those at the same time. That was like $300 and something together. So, and typically running shoes are only good for about 300 to 500 miles. And then they start wearing down, and then, you know, they're no longer good anymore. So by having multiple shoes like this and rotating them out, you let your shoes last a little bit longer, you know, because you're constantly rotating out. You're not wearing the same ones every day and having to replace them as often. And also it gives your shoes time to heal, because like any other shoe out, like any other person out there that needs time to recovery, so does your shoe. There's foam under here, so after a day of running and all that, that foam gets kind of like jam packed. You know, and instead of going on the next day and running with it again, give it a day or two to let that foam expand back out and you know, get back into that natural shape that it wants to, and so that when you go out and running again, you have a nice soft shoe. So yeah, we're excited. I'm excited for this Hoka. Gonna see how it comes out. Has a new upper on the 7s, which is a little bit more breathable. I don't know if you can really see, but there's a lot of holes inside here. That's gonna provide for a more breathable run. I know the midsole and all that stayed the same from the last iterations is what I've seen, but I'm really excited for these shoes. Like I said, they're extremely light compared to like my other, even the Adrenalins, and I love the Adrenalins. They've gotten me through my past 3 marathons, my last, I don't know, 10 half marathons. You know, they've been my go-to shoe. I'm really excited to try these out. So probably in the run here, you're gonna see in a few here in a little bit when on Friday morning, I'm gonna try these out, go for a couple miles, just a light run, and see how we like them. So yeah. It's Saturday morning, long run day. I didn't get a film yesterday on Friday. I know I wanted to try out the Hokas, but didn't get to. I had an early morning sidewalk, so didn't get it run in the morning, and then I had family come in after, so couldn't get a run yesterday. But oh well. Today we're gonna do a long run. I'm wearing the Mizunos today, so let's get this one in. I'm gonna run for an hour, so we'll see how far we get, but let's go. Coming up on a mile, doing pretty well. Just logging some miles right now. So yeah, hopefully within this hour at this pace I should be able to do 6 miles. So let's see. About 26 minutes in, 2.5 miles done. So yeah, right around that 6 mile pace. So we'll see, but doing pretty well today. Actually enjoying today's run more than the past. So whew, we're probably building up that strength again. So let's keep it going. A little bit over 45 minutes in, almost done. Doing pretty well. I can feel my right quad though kind of like tightening up, but it just has to be stretched out a little bit more. So we'll work on that, but yeah, doing pretty well. Just finished, a little bit over an hour 5 minutes, around a little bit over 5 miles, just under 6, so not too bad. My right quad was getting a little tight, and then my left started getting a little tight towards the end there too, but just need to strengthen them a little bit more and keep on doing some stretches, but overall we should be good. So now to get back inside and cool down because the sun's beating down, so it's starting to get hot. Back in my apartment now. Overall pretty good run, starting to get back into that strength and endurance that I've had before. Ran for an hour, so I felt good. I think I'm liking the shirt for my race day shirt. It's one of the newer Under Armours, and it's pretty breathable, very light. So yeah, I might go pick up a couple more of these shirts in different colors, and then yeah, I always like to run in blue for whatever reason on race day. And the Mizunos today are actually feeling the best they ever have out of all the runs. I'm not getting any of that plantar fasciitis, any of that pain right there under the foot. It felt very easy. Just logging miles, enjoying the run, trying to stay a little bit cool, because like it's not as hot as it would be later today, but that sun beating down on you does, you know, take an effect. So yeah, just enjoying it and having a good time. So yeah, that now I'm gonna go shower and, you know, get ready for the rest of the week. I have some family here right now. They're out doing some stuff, so they should be back here in about another hour. So gonna shower, get cleaned up, so that we can go out and do whatever we need to do for the day. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna end this week's video. Now that we're getting closer and closer to Chicago, a little bit over like 9 weeks to go, 10 weeks or so. If you have any song recommendations for my playlist, I'm gonna start building that up. You know, send them to me, and I'll just see if you know how they are. Maybe I'll put them in my playlist. You can either send them to me or, you know, put them in the comments or anything like that. So, yeah, with that, it's gonna end today's video. Thanks for watching, and I know this was probably a little bit more longer than the last video, and it's probably more of the length of what they were last year for the New York Marathon training. But yeah, with that, thank y'all, and I will see y'all on the next one.